Have you ever wondered why some people succeed quietly, while the wealthy and powerful fail despite all advantages? This is the story of Johnathan, a poor student in New York, juggling two jobs, studying late nights, and surrounded by the city's wealthiest classmates. But Johnathan had something they didn't, a mind sharper than ego, and a secret weapon called reverse psychology. This is the story of silent influence, observation, and invisible power. Johnathan wakes up before sunrise. Coffee in one hand, books in the other, he heads to his first job. Classes, library, second job, late nights. Exhaustion, hunger, constant companions. Around him, classmates drive luxury cars, wear designer clothes, laugh at his old laptop, whisper about his backpack. But Johnathan doesn't react. He observes. He listens. He notes patterns. He quietly learns human behavior, and with every struggle, every late night, he builds silent strength. Money is tight. Every dollar is calculated, groceries, bills, tuition, while others spend on parties, gadgets, and trips. Johnathan invests in books, in courses, in himself. He knows this. Wealth can buy comfort, but it doesn't teach strategy, observation, or patience. Hard work is silent, but it compounds over time. And that is where real power begins. Reverse psychology, it's simple yet powerful. You don't force anyone, you suggest resistance, and their ego does the work. Johnathan observes his wealthy classmates, notices arrogance, pride, overconfidence, small words that trigger mistakes. He studies, he learns, and he quietly applies this principle every day. Step back, let ego lead, and quietly, you win. The professor announces a high-stakes group project. Rich students immediately try to dominate. One of them smirks, "Johnathan, maybe this is too complex for you." Johnathan smiles softly. "Yeah, maybe it is. I don't think I can handle it." The student rushes, makes errors, overestimates himself. Johnathan quietly corrects, improves the structure, and on presentation day, shines. Lesson: let ego do the work. At parties and social events, Johnathan applies the same principle. Someone tries to intimidate him. "You can't keep up." He nods calmly. "Yeah, I wouldn't fit in anyway." Ego triggers instantly. They overextend themselves, reveal weaknesses, and Johnathan gains influence and respect without moving a muscle. Power is silent. Johnathan blends in. He lets others reveal themselves, acts only when necessary. Every overconfident rich student becomes a stepping stone. Every ego-triggered move is an opportunity. Observation and patience, his secret weapons. He chooses allies carefully, observant, curious, willing to learn. Together they notice patterns, who brags to hide insecurity, who overestimates themselves. These observations allow Johnathan to anticipate moves in projects, social life, competitions. A semester-long research project tests everyone. Rich students dominate leadership. Johnathan subtly suggests it's too complex for him. Ego triggers the others. They rush, make mistakes. He quietly structures the plan, ensures accuracy, and shines on the final day. Lesson: observation and patience beat arrogance every time. In social events, Johnathan plants subtle cues, lets others reveal insecurities, builds trust and influence without ever showing off. He doesn't need money, power, or attention. Observation, patience, and subtlety are his tools. Johnathan's discipline is unmatched. Early mornings, late nights, hard work, careful observation, physical and mental self-care. While others rely on resources, he relies on consistency, patience, and strategy. Major project deadline arrives. Rich students panic. Ego drives mistakes. Johnathan calmly executes. Project succeeds. He is credited, yet he never boasts. Observation, patience, and subtle strategy, his victory. Johnathan reflects. True power is understanding human behavior, controlling reactions, subtly guiding situations. Observation, reverse psychology, patience, weapons of the silent mind. During internships, rich colleagues underestimate him. He steps back, observes, subtly influences outcomes, wins trust and respect. Power remains invisible, influence silent, competition heats up. Wealthy students flaunt intelligence and confidence. Johnathan stays calm, lets ego guide them, executes his plan strategically. By the end, he outperforms quietly. Johnathan guides conversations, plants subtle ideas, lets others overreach, reveals weaknesses, and gains influence. He never forces. Observation is the key. Early mornings, late nights, focus, study, work, self-care. Jonathan's daily routine is silent growth. Consistency over wealth, patience over arrogance, strategy over force. A final project, stakes higher than ever. Rich students panic, make errors. Johnathan calmly executes, shines, credibility solidified. Lesson, strategy, patience, and reverse psychology always win. Johnathan reflects, true power isn't loud, influence isn't aggressive. Strongest minds guide silently, using observation and subtle triggers. Every ego-triggered mistake of others strengthens him, invisibly. Johnathan didn't need luxury, flashy clothes, or status. He had patience, observation, and the solid power of the mind. Step back. Watch carefully. Let minds reveal themselves. Ego is a tool. Silence is power. The quietest person often holds the greatest influence. That is the art of the silent mind.